welcome to my channel, friend. I'm Danny Walker. As you can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about how I got a hotel sponsored for a pageant. I think that this is a really important episode. I've talked about sponsorship before in previous episodes, and if you want to watch that one, then just click this video right up here. I will link it. But it's really important because being able to offset your pageant expenses means that pageants are more accessible to more contestants, right? If they're more affordable, we can have more girls compete. Whether we're talking about getting the hotel sponsored for pageant weekend, or if you're getting a hotel sponsored for certain events that you travel to, because that's pretty common. If you're a contestant or you're a title holder, there are a lot of pageant events that you can go to. And in order to cut costs, you should look to get your hotels sponsored. So I'm gonna go through the steps that I took so that you can get yours sponsored too. I also want to preface this by saying that when I did this, I wasn't Miss Montana USA. I was just another contestant in a pageant, so you don't have to have a huge following for this to work, but it does take some time. This is essential when you're going to start contacting hotels. You want to have a really well-written message to get their attention, but also to tell them the value that you are presenting to them and why they should sponsor you with a hotel night stay. I actually already did the work for you and I created a free sponsorship letter. So if you want to use the exact one that I used to get sponsored hotels, then you can just click the description below and download that for free. So please use that because I know it works. When I was searching for hotels in the area, I did a quick internet search. And then I found the hotels that were going to be closest to the venue that I needed to be at. And then I filtered them from the most expensive rate to the least expensive. Now, I won't say that the rate always corresponds to the nicest hotels. So what I focused on was paying attention to the really high-end hotels first. So why would I do this? The reason that I focused on the higher end hotels is because they're usually the ones that are gonna have a bigger budget for advertising or for giveaways. And I know this because I used to go out and contact different hotels for fundraisers. And the ones that responded and gifted a lot of hotel nights for free for different nonprofits were the nicest hotels because they could afford to do that. So I always started at the top and then worked my way down. Before we continue this episode, would you please subscribe to the channel if you love content like this and need help preparing for your next pageant? I have so much content that rolls out every single week that helps contestants all over the world achieve their goals through pageantry, and I would love to help you as well. After I found all of the hotels that I was interested in, I went on each of their websites and I searched for their contact information. Specifically, I was looking for a manager's email. I wanted to talk to the person in charge. Now, a lot of hotels will not give you a manager's email. So what I did was use the contact forms, and typically there's a drop-down menu. And on the drop-down menu, you're gonna see different departments that the email is going to be sent to. So I primarily focused on any media, press, or publicity departments because that's exactly what I was seeking to offer in exchange for a sponsored night. So I would try to get in touch with those people. And if you're not exactly sure who you're talking to or addressing, then I would sometimes put in my initial message, hey, well, I would sound a little bit more formal than that, but hi, can you please connect me to the person or redirect me to the person who I need to speak to talk about this. Sometimes you have to do that depending on how a website is set up for a specific hotel. The next thing I did was create a list of each of the hotels that I was contacting, as well as any of the contact information. So if I was able to find a manager's name, then I made sure to jot that down as well so I could keep track of things, because it's really easy to forget which hotel that you already emailed, and things get really mixed up and you don't want to ever address somebody by the wrong name or by the wrong title. So I kept a list of all the people that I contacted. Now, if you happen to be in a place that's very supportive of pageant contestants, you might get multiple hotels that are willing to support you. So in order to avoid having too many hotels respond to me, what I did was I batched everything out. So I would contact 5 hotels a day, and then I would give it 24 to 48 hours to wait for their response. And what's so great is most of these hotels are gonna have policies that say that they need to respond to everyone. When hotels aren't interested or they can't sponsor you, you can receive the message saying, no, it's not the right time for us, or whatever they wanna say to you. You cross them off your list and you keep moving on. But I didn't want to get into a situation where I was asking for help and then having multiple hotels tell me that, oh yeah, you're good to go, here's your booking. And then all of a sudden I was sitting there like, how do I explain to them that I'm actually going to work with one hotel and not them, after I was the one that reached out to them in the first place? So if you don't want that to happen, then it's gonna take a little bit of time to contact the hotels. And that's something you should be planning ahead for. This isn't all gonna happen in one day. I gave myself weeks in advance to be able to find a hotel so that I could find the right one for me. This is so important. If you go on a mission and you are determined to make this happen, it will happen. And when I started doing this for the very first time, I was really scared and really nervous, and I was worried about all the people that were gonna say no to me. And I'm gonna tell you, there's gonna be people that are gonna say no. So just be expecting that, be ready for that, be mentally prepared. And then just know that if you keep at it, there's gonna be somebody that is going to finally say yes. And that's exactly what happened to me when I needed a hotel to attend the Beauty Brand Believe Expo. So I could make it affordable for myself. I got that hotel that was really close to the venue that I was going to be attending the event at, and I only had to take, I remember it was less than 2 miles an Uber ride to that venue. So it was really convenient for me. And the cost of that Uber was way less than a hotel night stay. So it was totally worth it being persistent and making this happen. And it's something you can do for yourself. So don't give up when you start seeing those no's in your inbox. It's okay. There's gonna be a yes eventually. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it and learned lots of new things. If you have requests for new episodes, then leave those down in the comments below. I want to hear them because they inspire so many different episodes that you see on this channel every week. Thanks so much for tuning into this one. I hope that you subscribe and that you hit the notifications so that you don't miss out on any new episodes. Thanks for watching.